Are you looking to buy a home today in this crazy real estate market of 2023? Well, this video is going to hopefully tell you why you should not buy a home today. In order to do this, I am actually bringing on a top 1% agent to actually tell you why you should not buy a home in 2023. Beth, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. Happy New Year. So good to see you here. Early
Yeah,
January, getting things rocking for 2023.
yeah, happy new year.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really interesting topic because as a real estate agent, somebody not buying a home is like not in your wheelhouse. You're in the
Yeah, I
business
know. And
of
so
helping
I just
people.
want to let people in the audience know that we're just doing this off the cuff here. So just so you know, like we like to do things a fun way where we just kind of riff on ideas. So, and I love that about you in this show. So
Yeah.
I learned
So
about this 30 seconds ago. So let's do it. Yeah.
yeah. So you're the guest. I will let you go first. We'll probably go back and forth one or two times, maybe three. But again,
Yeah.
there are probably lots of reasons people should not buy a home this year.
Yeah. And I
And when
want to
you
let
think
people
about
know
that,
it's like it is kind of almost humorous. What people like to say about real estate agents. Oh, I've never heard a real estate agent say it's not a good time to buy a house, or I've never had a real estate agent say don't buy. And it is kind of a cliche, and I am a real estate agent, but I have told people that, and there are real estate agents out there who will tell you like it is, and I don't have anything to gain from if anybody watching here buys or doesn't buy, but there are certain circumstances where maybe it's not the best option for you. And one of them might be, if you already are a homeowner and you have an interest rate that is in the low threes. We
yeah.
talk about this a lot on this channel that, that trade up, it's going to take some analysis, and it depends on how much pain you have in your life if it's going to be worth making that upgrade. So the move up, if you're a move up buyer and you have an interest rate that's at low threes or below, then it may not be the time for you to be buying right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't. It's you're so right, right? If you are a move up buyer today, and let's just say your family circumstances or whatever changes, and you need an extra bedroom, right? Nicer part of town, newer house, whatever it is. If you're going to do that, and your payment goes up 10, 15, 20%, you probably make that move.
Yeah.
But if it goes up 100%, or dare I say 200%,
Yeah.
no, thank you. I will go buy bunk beds. I
Mm-hmm.
will go do something else.
Do an
And have
addition or find some
yeah.
way to consolidate or just live with what you got. I mean, and I've been talking with people where we're kind of working through the process of just trying to get all the pieces of the puzzle together to decide if it does make sense to do a move up or just rehab their home, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's better just to stay put. It
Yep.
all depends, but
I agree. I think there's a
mhm,
lot of people that staying put's the right answer. And that's one of the reasons I think we're going to do 4 million transactions in 2023 and not six and a half.
big
So
reason.
yeah,
Yeah.
my first one is if you are moving in, right, your job relocation or you're zooming it or part whatever it is, and you're moving in to a town, I would generally recommend, unless it's like somewhere you've been for years of your life, like you're going home.
Hmm.
I don't generally recommend somebody going to a new city buying something right away because you don't know the city yet. You don't know what matches you. You may be getting opinions from others, but you don't know you, right? So
Hmm.
if we were going to move to a new area, I'm pretty sure Olivia and I would probably rent for at least 6 months because again, a house
Yeah,
commitment is a big stroke, and
I
I don't
agree
think
with
we would
that
gamble
one.
that. So
Yeah.
that's my
Get your
first.
bearings first and take some time to just settle in, see how you like it, because we've been hearing about some of these people boomeranging, moving to these places and
Yeah.
then coming back when they realize it's not all what it was cracked up to be.
The
So,
grass is not greener; it was
yeah.
paint.
Yeah. So, one of my next ones would be if you don't plan on staying in your home for 5 years, like if you
Mm.
need to sell pretty soon. Now, we got lucky these last couple years. I did have one client who moved and then her job was eliminated and then she had to move back in a year, but the market had bumped up 25% or so. So she had enough in there that she could sell the house and actually recoup a profit and move back to where she came from. Um, but I don't know that we can count on that going forward, like you can't count on it at all. So you need to be ready to stay there, I think, for at least 5 years, or at least have your plan to be a little more long term if you're going to put down these roots, because there are other ways you can always rent or other things, if it cash flows, right? But it's not going to be a fit for everybody. If they're planning on, I may need to move back to wherever in the next 2 years, because it costs money to sell a house. It does, there, it's generally speaking, if somebody wants to use a basic rule of thumb, it can be about 10%. It also depends on a lot of different factors too, how much it's going to cost you. But, we don't know if the real estate market is going to appreciate the way it would need to for somebody to do a break even on a home purchase if they're not planning on staying for 5 years.
Yeah, my second one, and we'll go around one more time so you can think of a third one. My second one is, if a lot of people get pre-approved for a loan. If you got to go to the tippity tip top of that loan number to buy in whatever market you're in, I don't know that that's something I would do heading into what I think is going to be a recessionary environment. I frankly don't think being financially stretched to get into a home is, generally speaking, a great idea. I've lived in that as a child and seen what happens in a bad economy. I generally recommend don't stretching. To the tippity top of your approved amount would be my last
Being
one.
financially stressed is one of the most, I don't know, it's a terrible way to live. I've been there, and it's just incredible amount of anxiety, and that
just all the time. You can't sleep. You can't do that.
It just consumes your entire, your entire well-being, So yeah, I agree with you on that. I think people should always plan for ways to make it so you're purchasing but living hopefully below your means, and you have reserves, and so when the inevitable happens, you can go right to your contingency plans. And if you don't have the ability to do that, then you probably shouldn't be buying a house right now.
Yeah. So do you have a third and final one to wrap up this video?
Yeah, I would say if you feel like your employment may not be secure, or if you're in a one income household and that one income is not rock solid as far as your prospects of maintaining that employment, probably not a good plan. If it's a 2 income household and you can support it off one, then okay, maybe. But if there's any reason to doubt that your job is secure, then probably not the best time to buy.
Yeah. So my third and final one is, if you have any of your valuations is buying for appreciation, don't do it.
Now is not the time.
Now is not the time.
Yeah.
Right? We're not coming off the bottom like it's 2010. We are at what might be considered a peak. We might be in a market where the median for the country is roughly the same for the next 5 years. Don't bet on appreciation. This is not stocks. This is where you're going to call home. And sometimes betting on appreciation actually means you down select. I'm going to go to a marginally improving area, and then it doesn't improve. Right? There's lots of reasons.
Yeah, because those marginally improving areas. So I'm in an area that's known for high appreciation, as are you, where your home base is, and I know those areas on the outskirts where people would sometimes purchase for appreciation. I've made this mistake too, but I've made almost every mistake there is to make, right? When it comes to real estate.
Yeah.
But I bought an area that was up and coming right before, when was it, 2005 or so? And I was waited and waited for that area.
Then it came and went.
It has to be the next one. It's right here. I can give you 15 reasons why, I had it all thought out. And then it crashed harder than almost any other area around the King County area where I've purchased. And it still hasn't, how many years is this? I ended up selling it after a while, and I got bad tenants in there too. Property, and it's just like, no, it's like, sometimes it's making those bets on what's going to happen. Generally speaking, I'm not doing that anymore.
No.
I'm going with the blue chip areas that I know, like, this is going to be good now, tomorrow, 10 years from now, always, I agree with you on that one.
There you go. Well, Beth, if somebody was looking to buy or sell in King County, how would they reach out to you? Or do they just want to follow the best of the best? How would they do that?
Yeah. So if you Google my name, Beth Traverso, you'll see a whole lot, but my website, bethtraversogroup.com, there's a great way to contact me on there. You can find me on Facebook or other social media, and I look forward to connecting with everybody out there. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.